There are no coincidences. There are none. If you clicked on this video, it's because there's a message in this video for you. Source needs you to have it. Your soul desires you to receive it. And it's so important that you understand that everything is purposeful. Everything is purposeful. Source is asking you to continue healing. You're healing on such a deep level. Such a deep level. And what can happen at times is we can try to rush through our healing journey. We can try to rush through it because we want to get to the next level. And Source is asking you to slow down. Slow down. Slow down. There is no rush. There is no rush. See, in this construct, we've been taught about time. Time. We gotta, come on, let's go. Let's go. We gotta make it happen. Gotta make it happen. And what Source is asking us to do is balance. Balance that fiery energy with the energy of patience. Balance it. Doesn't mean it needs to be one over the other. It just needs to be yin yang type energy. Balance. And so it's important to understand, when I was sitting down for meditation to bring through this message, it came through very clearly that you cannot heal what you're not ready to feel. And at times we be trying to rush through this healing journey. But it's layered. It's layered and it's woven in every single aspect of our life. So Source has a message for us about this. It's very important for us to get at this time because, as many of you know who've been following this content and following these teachings, that Source has us in training because we are meant to be the leaders of New Earth. Human 5.0. As we move into higher states of consciousness, as we move into unity of love, unity, love, consciousness. And so part of you being here is because you know that you are a leader. You know that you are meant to help and heal. And leadership, this is important. Source wants me to touch on this before we kind of begin. Leadership is embodiment. What does that mean? Leadership is not just being put at the forefront and saying, hey, no one else is willing to step up, so I'll step up and I'll lead. A lot of the times that what that comes from is ego. That comes from ego. And so we're taught that leadership requires action. But instead, leadership is a being. It's a state of being. It's when you lead with love, through love of self, through understanding that you are fully abundant, through understanding your powers, your worth, your value. Knowing how precious your energy is. You're not self-sacrificing. It's an embodiment of energy, of your light. Speaking with authenticity and love. That is standing in your power. This is what leadership is, because when you step into that energy, what you do is you trigger people. You trigger others. You inspire them. And they say, if she can do it, if he can do it, I can do it too. And that's what this is about. This is why Source has us in training. This is why Source is bringing through all these messages heavily, heavily at this time. Because time is moving. The time that we know of is moving very rapidly. We're at the end of August, midway through August, leaves are already falling off the trees like crazy. We're already entering fall time. The leaves are changing on the trees. We haven't even hit September yet. You see? Everything is shifting very rapidly, which is why Source is wanting us to excel in our healing journey, excel in our spiritual leadership. But we gotta feel into these things. You can't heal it if you're not willing to feel it. Period. Spiritual bypassing is a thing. So Source wants to speak to that today. So let's go ahead and jump into this message. Listen with your heart, not your human ears. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay? So let's go ahead and begin. Spiritual bypassing is not true spirituality. It is avoidance dressed in light. It is the ego cloaking itself in love and calling it enlightenment. Many have confused ascension with escape. They believe that to be spiritual means to stay in a high vibration at all costs, even if that cost is disowning their grief, numbing their anger, or silencing their pain. But here's the truth your soul knows. Spirituality is not about rising above your humanity. No, it is about diving fully into it, consciously, compassionately, and courageously. To bypass the shadow is to reject the very portal to your liberation. I'm going to read that again. To bypass the shadow is to reject the very portal to your liberation. Pain is not the problem. Shame is not the enemy. Anger is not a flaw. These are sacred messengers, invitations. They arise to be felt, not fixed. Witness, not diminished. When you suppress your shadow in favor of positivity, you teach yourself that only parts of you are lovable, that only parts of you are lovable. You teach others that authenticity must be filtered. And you create a false light that cannot hold true healing. Let this be known. You can cry and still be spiritual. You can rage and still be light. You can doubt, break down, feel lost, and still be walking your divine path. Real healing is raw. It's messy. It's human. To embody divinity is not to reject your wounds. It is to love them into alchemy. So ask yourself and invite others to ask, where am I pretending to be healed instead of actually healing? Where am I performing peace instead of practicing it? Where am I bypassing discomfort when my soul is asking me to sit in it? Because your wholeness is not found in bypassing the dark. It is found in bringing your light into the dark and letting love do what only love can do. Transform it. You got to feel it to heal it. And what happens is when you don't feel it, you entrap that energy into your body because you're not alchemizing it. You're not transforming it. You're holding on to it because you're not releasing it, because you're not feeling it. And you know what that does? It manifests into pain, discomfort, challenges. it manifests in your body as health issues, discomfort, dis-ease. That's what happens. It's not all love and light. It's not all love and light. Because if it's all love and light, then there is no balance. There has to be balance, duality. This is a part of spirituality. It just is what it is. And so many people have spiritual egos that are way too big, way too big. And they feel that it's all about just positivity all the time. I'm never angry. I'm never sad. I'm always in a high vibration. We know that's BS. We know that's BS. Because to be human means to feel it all. To feel it all. You feel the lows, you feel the highs, and you feel everything in between. That's why you came here, to be human, not to bypass humanity. Even when you awaken, which is where the spiritual ego tends to come from, when you awaken and you realize that most things are a lie and we live in a matrix and time doesn't really exist, and you start to put down your humanity, you start to put down other humans because they are not where you're at, because they don't see things the way you see things, because they have not awakened, because they haven't healed, because they're not on their healing journey. And you begin to judge. You begin to judge them, even if it's unconscious. And then you want to separate from your humanity. You want to act like there's something wrong with it. You don't want to be around people. You don't want to have certain conversations because people don't like to have these higher level consciousness conversations. So now you don't want to go out in public. You don't want to hang out with people. You think humans are just, ugh. That's spiritual bypassing. That's spiritual ego. You got to release that. That's something that you got to heal. You got to move past that. You can't step into spiritual leadership like you are meant to with that way of thinking. Source is saying that it's time to balance. You can be spiritual and be human. You can be spiritual and love your humanness. You can be a star seed and feel just as connected to Earth. You can be from Earth and feel just as connected to the stars. You can allow yourself to cry, as Source said. You can allow yourself to feel anger. But the thing is not to sit in it. You can feel it. It wants to be felt. It's an emotion. It's energy in motion. It is meant for you to feel. It's not meant for it to become you, for you to become it. Does this make sense? You feel it, you acknowledge it because it wants to be acknowledged. Fear loves to be acknowledged. Your ego wants to be in control, so it wants to be acknowledged. I can acknowledge the ego. Okay, ego, thank you. Thank you for your perspective. Thank you for showing me this. I really appreciate it. But I'm going to do something different. I am deciding consciously to feel something different. I am deciding to not move from the ego, but instead move from my heart, because that is what's most in alignment with this version of me now and the version of me that I decide to be, that I want to be. You see? You don't just act like it's not there, because it is there. And when you act like it's not there, because I see this so much in my clients, and I've had this happen to myself multiple times, where when you hold on to these things and you don't have a way or a practice of releasing and transmuting this energy, it will manifest into issues in your physical body, pains, discomforts, diseases, certain conditions, and you try to fix them with medicines, herbs, whatever it is, and it doesn't go away because it's energetic. Listen, this is so important. This is so important. Be spiritual. Love unconditionally. Yourself first and then everything else, because you realize that there's love, unity, consciousness. This is what the 5D is about. This is what it ushers in. And as a leader, you must understand this. Otherwise, you're just continuing on with the narrative of separation. And separation is not real. And as Source brought through in a previous message, separation is what birthed the idea of lack. That's where it comes from. And you feel there isn't enough to go around, this is only available for a certain few. Separation is untrue. Your wholeness is not found in bypassing the dark. It is found in bringing your light into the dark and letting love do what love can do, only what love can do, which is transform it. Spirituality is not on you. It's in you. It's in you. Doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter how you dress. It doesn't matter where you're from. None of the things outside of you. It doesn't matter because it's not on you. You don't wear it like clothes. It's in you. It's a beingness, you see? And this is what Source wants us to fully understand. You can cry and still be spiritual. You can rage and still be spiritual. You can doubt, break down, feel loss, and still be walking your divine plan. Because see, many of us, what happens is when we get down, when we feel like we don't know what to do, we start feeling disconnected and we start doubting our connection. Oh, I'm not in alignment. I'm not in alignment. I'm super disconnected. I don't feel connected right now. You know, you've been there. You've been there. You know what I'm talking about. When in actuality, everything that you're feeling is just a part of the divine plan. It's part of the plan. You were never disconnected. You were never not in alignment. If anything, because you acknowledged the fact that you were feeling this way, you were more in alignment than if you had not acknowledged it. You see? There's nothing wrong with you having moments of doubt. That's normal. That's normal. There's still moments where I've doubted things. Absolutely. But then I have to remember what's true. I have to remember what's true. You see? You have to remember what is true for you. What is your truth? Not truth from the ego, but truth from the heart. What is your truth that you can stand in? How can you bring yourself back to the present moment in the times where you feel sadness, when you feel like there is no hope, when you feel lost? How do you bring yourself back? The idea is not to wallow in it. Source doesn't want us to wallow in it, because when you wallow in it, you lower your vibrational frequency and it's harder for you to see past that. Tap in with your angel team. Tap in with your angel team. When in those moments, in those low moments, call in your angel team. This is a practice that you got to do, because sometimes you don't even realize when the mind is starting to loop and take you down into those moments of sadness and depression and anxiety and fear and worry and grief and loneliness and deception and all the things. Sometimes we don't even realize fully that we're feeling that way until hours later, till after a good cry or something like that, right? But the idea is the more aware you are of the moments that you are feeling that way, the easier you can pull yourself out of it, because you can use your tools. And your spirit team is a tool for you, and they want to be utilized. So that's why every day when you rise, you call them in to be with you. You can even ask them ahead of time, hey, there's a possibility that today I might have a real human ass moment where I might get down, and in that moment, I just ask that even if I don't remember to ask you in that moment, I need you to help me to release that energy so that I can move past those feelings and remember what is real and what is true for me. Make it a practice. Leadership, embodiment, right? We don't just talk the talk, we walk the walk. It's within us. It's in you, not on you. It's in you, not on you. Man, I tell you, Source is bringing the hammers out. Okay. Source is bringing the hammers out. We're in training. We're in training. Training of remembrance. Training of remembrance. Okay? I'm here to support you on your journey. If you need help, tap in with me and work with me one-on-one. I offer soul activation channeling sessions where I literally channel your spirit team, your guides, your higher self, your angel team, Source. I bring through messages for you. I help you work through whatever challenges you're experiencing at that moment. Right? So if you feel a connection with me, it's very purposeful, right? We're probably soul family. We probably know each other on a soul level. Allow me to help you and to support you, because that's part of my soul mission, is to do exactly that. Help to bring you clarity, direction, so that you feel more confident as you're moving into this next stage of your life, as you're stepping into your soul mission, as you're stepping into this leadership. Okay? And for those of you that are ready to transform, that you're ready to completely alchemize, okay? You're ready to step into your spiritual mastery through healing your childhood wounds, through healing generational things, through releasing the traumas around money, around love, relationships, connections, traumas around self-worth, around value. If you're ready to find out what your soul mission is so that you can walk more confidently into that, release the conditionings, the belief systems, and the programmings that no longer serve you anymore. They don't serve you anymore. So it's time to really heal those things. Get to the root of why you have experienced these certain things in your life and heal it. Tap in with me for a hypnotherapy session. They're transformative, literally, because you're healing on the quantum level. You're not just healing your physical body. You're healing your energetic body. You're healing different timeline versions and aspects of you. So you're doing quantum healing. Tap in with me for a hypnotherapy session if you feel called and it feels aligned. All of my information is in the description below. If you are new, join this growing community of light workers and star seeds. We are here to support each other and to love on each other and to help each other. Literally, Source has us all in training. Okay. These messages have literally transformed over time into being training for us to step into new earth, because time is moving so fast right now and we're all shifting very rapidly. You feel it. You know you feel it. So join this community, subscribe to this channel, drop in the comments what it is that you received out of today's message, out of today's training. What did you receive out of today's training? What's something that you can walk away with that just really stuck out to you the most? And then also drop a, let's do a purple heart emoji today. Let's do a purple heart emoji. Drop something purple in the comment section so that I know that you've been here this long with me. Thank you for showing up for yourself today. And I love you all so very much. And I'm grateful for each and every one of you. I'm so grateful. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting this channel. I'm so grateful. This is a symbiotic relationship and we are doing so well with balancing, right? So I will catch you all tomorrow in the next channeled message. Peace, y'all.